That's 10 miles right there. I start there. The first day, do 10 miles.
You could say I was feeling restless, again. I had my sights on a new river I've been meaning to explore. For the past 2 years, Todd, Hess, and I talked about floating it. In that 2 years, I gathered as much information as I could.
Like an evening dress, break to the right, sway to the left.
Lots of unknowns to be answered. But this much I do know. Nothing gets done just by thinking about it. Well, here I was. Another trip was about to get underway. 2 days of reconnaissance mission to see if there were muskies here before I'd call up the boys and we'd hit it hard. This is a new river that we've never fished before, and Todd and I have talked about it. We just never did it. And I've got a little lag in time here, and I figured, what the heck, I'll come over here and spend a day or two, and if anything, just get the feel of how this thing lays out. I know there's fish in here, and some nice ones too. So we'll see what happens, but I'm here for the next couple days. It didn't take long for me to notice just how fast the current was on this river. Fast. Real fast. Almost too fast for my canoe. I was blowing over real good water, only able to get a couple cast in on some really good holes. I also came to realize how shallow this river was, at least the 10 miles or so I was on. I only found 4 holes on that 10-mile stretch that were 6 to 10 feet deep and wickedly dangerous. Huge log jams line the outside banks, and if one were to get caught up in that tangled mess, it'd be game over. Besides the danger aspect, theoretically, one would think it'd be easy, right? Just pound those holes. Well, that's what I did all afternoon, and only managed one nice smallmouth and a small pike, with no signs of muskies at all. So it was back to the landing for a much needed rest, before striking out again in the morning. Well guys, day 1 to a close, no fish for me. Didn't even see a fish. Very discouraging for sure, to say the least. But, you know, that's all you can do is put your time in. I'm liking it. Musky time. River time. Day 2 would bring in sunny, hot conditions. It would take me 2.5 hours to reach my starting point before I'd start making the drift back down. All day of pounding the water, no fish to speak of. And then, at the end of the day, the river, it would tease me beyond belief by showing me a fish. But not just a fish, a monster fish. Go figure. Now for sure I'd have to come back.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
One lucky winner will be picked to fish with the guys from Keys Outdoors. The winner will win some awesome fishing gear and a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Just log into your Quick Rewards app, click the sweepstake icon at the bottom, then choose the Musky Adventure Sweepstake. Every Quick Trip visit you have could be an entry. The more visits you have, the more chances you have to win. Good luck, and we hope to see you in our boat. Some of us, well, we're just not meant to be around other people. We're just fine with our own company. No distractions. Quiet. But this is my time.
What's the difference between good and great? Good treats you like a customer. Great treats you like a friend. From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, Great Clips makes your life easier, just like a great friend should. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
What are we doing, man?
We're on the road to get a big muskie. Fishing a spot that you looked at a little bit last week, but couldn't fish it quite so well. So,
Like in Jaws, I said we're gonna need a bigger boat.
yeah. So, we're gonna meet up with Chris and see what he's got to offer. We're gonna be staying at his place. He's got a campground, and I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun fishing the river. I mean, I'm hearing stories of big muskies in this river, and we're gonna go find out.
I said we needed a bigger boat.
Yeah, and you got it now. We got 3 days in this rig. Put some slime in it.
Like Todd said, 3 days of grinding, but kind of nice to come home to a little bit of luxury. All right, jump in, bud. We got the right gear, we got the right guy. We're ready to rock and roll.
Got a beautiful day.
nuts. We're absolutely nuts on what we won't do to hunt, stalk, and capture muskies. What are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll make it.
That's what makes this river so tough, man.
Absolutely. Very tough river to fish. Slack water spots, I think they're going to be more predominant today than any of the other ones. Fishing that timber, it's fast, hard to fish it. Let's go fish our main spots.
4 different spots that we've looked at as we've come up this river. We've been on it since, I don't know, a little after 6 this morning when we got on it. It's now 4 o'clock, and so we've been on this thing for a long time. We've worked it all the way up, probably 10, 12 miles. And now we're going to go back and really concentrate where we really think the muskies are, and some of the slack water. We did fish a lot of, really fast current woods on the edges, and, we didn't see a lot, but not saying that they're not there. The experience that Chris has where he's caught muskies has been more slack water, so that's what we're going to concentrate on for the last half of the day here. See what happens.
Day 1 would turn out to be yet another day with no muskies, only managing a small pike and another smallmouth to show for all of our efforts. And when I say efforts, I mean efforts. This river is shallow, fast, and gnarly. She literally kicked our butt. And that's one of the reasons why we cut it early. I mean, this river, as you've seen, is hard enough to deal with in daylight, let alone imagining running this at nighttime. It's just a death warrant. That's all you're doing. So why take that chance? So Todd's backing down the truck, and we're gonna go get something to eat. Well, guys, we just got done with breakfast, and now we're gonna hit the water. We got weather coming in, so we gotta get rolling here. We gotta get some fish. We'd start out by making a move. We would head upriver by truck to drop in instead of making the run by boat. This would allow us more time fishing, as if we didn't have enough cast in the day before. Casualties of war, man.
The river can be tough. Tough on skags and props. And Chris, we found out today a little bit, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's game plan, boss.
Well, new water, new approach. Worked hard yesterday. We'll change it up today, and hopefully with this weather front coming, we'll get into something today. It's a game plan. Hopefully we beat this weather. We got a good 5 hours.
Right, yeah,
right now.
The weather's coming in, and that's just what we need, too. We need the weather, and yesterday it was a lot of good water, but fish were not active, so hopefully with the weather system coming in, we can see it on the radar. It's coming in from the west and the southwest, and it looks like there's one little opening where we might only get hit for maybe an hour. So it could be just what we need.
Today's the day we're gonna get slimed up in this boat.
You're good, Todd.
We're gonna get hit. Our luck, we'll be deep. We're gonna get hit.
Well, we're making a move. We're trying to, before the weather gets any worse, we're trying to hit these high percentage spots. Bad weather was now upon us. Would this be the thing that would turn these muskies on? After a couple hours of a good hard rain, you could say, well, we dodged a bullet. The heavy severe weather went to the south of us, and after an hour or so, it was all over. With only one shot at a muskie. The question now, do we stick it out? Or do we cut our losses and find a new place to fish? After a couple Walters beers, okay, maybe more than a couple, we decided to stick it out one more day.
You're good.
No fish. Ugh, the weather's been terrible. We're not seeing deer moving, cows are laying down. All we need is one fish. What are you doing?
We're gonna make a move. What we're figuring out is, we think, just a theory, but the gates were open pretty good for the last few days, and we've noticed that the water's going down, so we're gonna make a move and go upriver. We're gonna go to spots that Chris has never fished, but we gotta do something different. We fished this stretch for about 15 miles the last couple days, and we are not moving any fish, so we gotta do something different.
Got him! That's a big walleye, dude. Big walleye. What? Holy cow. Huge walleye. Oh, look at that tank. Look at that tank. And now I just watched a huge walleye come up and eat a phantom softtail. That's a pig, huh? Again, not what we're looking for, but anytime can bend the rod, it's a fun time. So let's let her go back. Again, on the phantom, I went to a bigger profile, and the reason why I did is we're dealing with a lot of current. And this is a TRO, Team Rhino custom color walleye, and a walleye ate the walleye. So I don't think I'd want to be a walleye when your mom's gonna eat you. As the day moved on, we headed even further upriver until we located a really cool stretch of river with a lot of islands that provided a lot of current breaks and structure. So we wanted to pound this area. It just looked too good. Todd would fall back on a trusted lure that has served him very well in the past. A custom Team Rhino Outdoors Junior Cowgirl named Oktoberfest. I would throw a TRO Phantom Softtail glide bait, and Chris would throw a TRO custom LakeX topwater.
No.
Oh, that's a big pike, dude. Huge pike. That's a frickin' dandy, though.
Dang. I'll tell you what, we just cannot get a muskie.
I just can't believe it.
That's a nice pike, though. I'd take them all day, buddy. I really would.
Ready?
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice pike. All right. There we go. We got ourselves a nice pike. Not the species we're after, but we've been fishing hard for 2.5 days, and I'll tell you what, it's just nice to have a bite on the end of the line, a fish that's biting. So we're gonna get this girl back. It's our first fish in the new section of the river, so we got a really nice complex here. What we found in this new section of the river is we've got a section of islands here and current and just awesome current seams. That fish came off a current seam right on the front side of this small little island, and just a classic musky spot. I really feel good about what we've got going on in this new section of the river, so hopefully we can put some muskies in the boat. We got all day, the weather's holding off, we got perfect weather, so let's get one here.
Say so.
I'm sorry.
This is super skinny water that we're fishing here. A super deep hole here, maybe 8 foot, 10 foot. But on average, it's about 4.5 to 3.5 feet. The lure selection for this style of fishing, well, is blades for sure. And these are juniors, but small blades up to this size work very well in this system. And blades get up right away, get over all that rock. This is perfect scenario for topwater. This is a LakeX topwater here. It's a Team Rhino color. It's their frozen tundra perch. Really sends out a lot of vibration, makes a lot of noise, and throws a lot of water. So topwater and blades, definitely a must. This is again a TRO custom color. It's a Phantom. This is their 6-inch or 8-inch, I'm sorry, glide bait. You can't go wrong with a glide bait. And then we've got the Shallow Invader. The Shallow Invader was designed for exactly this scenario. It's throwing timber, shallow weeds, shallow rocks. This does it all. This bait can be trolled, it can be twitched, it can be straight retrieved. When we get to those deep holes, then we like to throw a small crankbait. It gets down, it dives deep, and it's gonna get into that water column. A lot of times I have a saying on these rivers, if the fish aren't gonna come up to my bait, then maybe I need to go down to their level. If you have those tools in this situation, well, it's just a matter of time until you hook up. So we're gonna get back to fishing here.
We've got a series of these boulders coming off ashore, and that's what we're gonna hit. Hopefully we can get a bite. It's shallow up there.
Super shallow.
I was just hitting. Looks shallow here. Yeah, it's shallow. There's one. Oh, I think it's a smallie. Oh no.
No, dude. That's a muskie.
Oh yeah. Holy, what a fight. Oh jeez. Wow. She's a nice fish. But she don't want This is what we're after. Oh yeah.
Nice, buddy. Nice, buddy. Nice fish. Really nice fish.
Come on. I'm gonna bring her around here. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah! Get it! Oh no! Whoa!
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh man! Jeez! Oh. Unbelievable! Finally!
Yes! Yes!
Oh, finally!
Oh.
Jeez!
You're my hero right now. That's a nice fish.
That's a beauty. There we go. Don't get hooked now. Oh. finally, huh?
Oh my.
Oh, Oktoberfest, huh?
Does it again!
Oktoberfest.
Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah.
Talk about Team Rhino, buddy.
Jeez, we have got a little bit of a mess here, but this bait has been just magic for me the last couple of years. Last year we caught 3 big ones, and now this year. Here we go. We got ourselves an angry muskie, but boy, she's a giant. What a beauty. Oh yeah, look at her back there. What a beautiful river muskie, huh? Heavy, upper 40s inch fish for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's long.
Nice.
That's crazy, that back.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the photo real quick here.
You want to check these?
Hurry up. What a beautiful, awesome fight, you guys. Man, that was fun. We've been working so hard. Chris, you've been doing a great job. Mike and I have just been casting and pounding these spots for 2 days, trying to catch one of these muskies, and finally we get one of these. Oh boy, that's a slime time right there. We've been just working so hard. Man, thank you guys. Thank you, Mike, for inviting me. Jeez. What a grind. What a grind, but it sure paid off.
Well, another river we can say we fished. And after 5 days of pounding her water for me, was it worth it? You bet. And I can say, we will be back.